Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
All right, welcome in everybody to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail Super 60, and it's Championship Sunday. We are here in Boardman, Oregon, getting ready to crown a $50,000 champion. Right here, it is going to be a great event. We've had some good weights. We've had some guys out there just crushing fish today. It has been fun. The numbers don't matter anymore. They got to catch big fish. The 5 biggest fish they can bring up here, put on Mike's scale, weigh them up, and we will crown that champion. Mark, it has been a heck of an event, man. We've had some big numbers. We've had some big fish. It's been everything we could really ask for. Not too many breakdowns. The wind has been flat. Nothing out there. We didn't have to cancel a day or nothing, right? It's the first time I think this year we've come up here and we hadn't had to cancel one day.
No, we've done that before, but
no,
anyway,
this year.
Well, it's only the second time this year.
Right. But the first time we had to cancel a day.
1 out of 6 days. So, yeah, not too bad. You know what? So we could talk about other stuff and sponsors and all that stuff, but let me just briefly touch on fishing, right?
Fishing.
So I drove out of here, turned left, went over and found Ty Mantarola, dropped Bailey off at his boat, catching him every single cast for I don't know how long, hour or so. Right? And so I pull up on Josh Polfer. Josh is fishing, and he's catching every single cast. And I'm about from here to the bleachers. You guys can't see that, but that's like 20 feet because I'm filming him, right? And he's throwing his bait under my boat and catching fish. Every cast under my boat, under his boat, out there. I mean, it didn't even matter where he threw it. He caught a fish every cast. So I'm like, okay, Josh, we got enough film for you. We got a lot of fish catches. I went live with Josh, and so that was pretty cool. Then I go to Jake Arbuckle, and I said, hey, Jake, how's it going? He goes, well, it's a little bit slow, but, I'm catching them. So he turns around, and he catches them every single cast while I'm there. So it was, so, hey, Jason Hickey, they can catch fish with me around them. It's just you. Sorry. Because Jason says that just don't even come around me. But it's not me. It's you. But I'm telling you, I went around, guys. I saw Nick Wood, and Nick Wood was, he caught some early and he struggled a little bit. I pulled up on him. He caught 2 good ones, right? So I found Colby Pearson, but, Colby already had a good limit. He was out. He was, like, way over there back in some grass, punching and frogging and looking for big green ones. I didn't see him catch any. Heard Daryl Burkhart. So Daryl calls me, or I call him. I go, hey, Daryl, I got your non-boater. I want to find you. He goes, oh, yeah, I'm going up here down North Channel. I go, okay, great. So I head out, go down North Channel, get to the end, and I'm waiting there, and I do a post, kind of put the top 10 stuff up. He calls me. He called me before, and he goes, I'm going up there because my fish are not biting. So he calls me again. He goes, I'm not coming up there right now. I go, okay. I mean, you're the one fishing. I'm just here, filming you, whatever you're doing. Yeah. He goes, they're starting to bite. Oh, I got one. He's fighting the fish. I could hear his drag singing, I got one. And I'm like, all right, good for you. So that's kind of how the day went for us. I mean, I'm going to say every time I pulled up on somebody, they were catching fish. So it was really cool. Hats off to Boardman, Oregon. I mean, these guys have been amazing. If they would bring the temperature down to about 85, it would be perfect. But, the wind laid down. I mean, it's August, and the fish are biting really good. Most lakes you go to, when you get there in August, they bite really good in the morning and then really good in the evening. But most times during the day, it's like, God, I hope I get another bite. Here, it's like, man, fish. It doesn't matter what time of day it is. So it's pretty cool.
Well, it's one of those things, like you said, you come out here, and you look at that water right now. It is just glass out there. It is absolutely just some perfect conditions for fishing. I think most of them are sitting out there going right now going, I'd really like to see us a little bit of wind.
A little bit of wind, just a breeze, yeah.
But, we were sitting out here. I was out here, and I talked to Mark Pilgrim, and he said the same thing. He goes, yesterday I had to put my, my trolling motor on high and get it going just so I could catch a breeze because it was running that warm out there. And today's even hotter than yesterday. But these guys are out there. They're troopers. They'll make it. You know, they're going to come in. They're going to have some fish. I think when I look at this, you know, last night I was talking to a few people who were fans of the whole thing, and every one of them, I think it's really cool that it's starting to turn into this. Oh, I'm rooting for this guy. I'm rooting for this guy. I'm rooting for this guy. You know, the Okerman crew was out here. The, you know, Ty Manarola's crew is out here. There are people all over the place coming out and starting to see these anglers for what they are. And what they are is some of the best in the entire West. And I'm going to say it, the best in the country, because they are some anglers out here. Didn't quite make it. Ish Monroe, Greg Gutierrez, those guys who are some of the known names in our sport out here on the West Coast, they didn't quite make that cut. Cut day got them. But there are some new up-and-comers, guys like Ty Manarola. Those guys are absolutely out there. I think this is going to be a great event. I think what we're going to see today is going to be really special.
I'm going to say, like, by 10 o'clock, every angler in the field had a limit.
I mean, that's something you don't usually say. Now, our next stop is going to be the California Delta for the Super 60.
That's going to be different.
So, but you're still on a river system. Do you think it's going to be about the same kind of fishery?
Oh, no, 100% different. It's
slower, better, worse?
It's a river system, but the river flows two ways on the California Delta. So it's a totally different fishery. There's smallmouth there, but you got to run a long way to catch smallmouth in a delta, and the smallmouth there are very small when you need bigger fish in the California Delta. Guys are gonna crush them, and with no practice for a month, it's gonna be different. You know, there'll be guys that are out on the Delta every day, every week that are catching them, but they've been out there every day, every week. The Delta's kind of one of those places you need to keep up on it.
Right.
Because there is, when I practice in the Delta, it's like a 5-day ordeal. There's the North Delta, South Delta, Central Delta, Frank's Track, Big Break, White Slough. I mean, there's all these different areas. And before you fish a tournament there, you need to practice them all and figure out what area is fishing best. These guys don't have that option.
Yeah. Now, when you're talking about the Columbia River out here, there's locks. What were they allowed to lock? Up, down, neither? Could they go?
No, they could not. So
where could they go?
So the fortunate thing for them here is the guys that come up early could either fish in the upper pool or the lower pool and hopefully judge the temperament of the fish. Each pool in this river system fishes different.
Yeah.
So those fish up there, if they've got dialed in on something, they may come down here and went, uh-oh, it's not the same. You know, but there may be some people that figured it out up there and then were able to parlay that into a good finish. I mean, we could ask them. There's a few guys that probably some of the top 10 guys that went up there, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just one of those ones where when you have – I mean, this is a pretty big pool right here. But I did an interview on the podcast, and they said flat out, this pool is the one they choose to fish in anyways. This is the one they want to be in. It has some of the best fishing. I know if you go up to Tri-Cities, it is good fishing up there as well, but this is where they said they want to be.
This is my favorite pool. When I fish tournaments out of the Tri-Cities area, I come and lock down and fish down here. I mean, it's a 80-mile run, but I'll come down here just because it's, for me, it lines up with the way I like to fish, and I think that it just fishes better. You know, you run the risk when you're fishing here, if you're locking through, the risk of the wind, you know, because it is the windsurfing capital of the world. You know, so we do get wind. Fortunately, you know, you get around August. So in July, they run a lot of water through here. The salmon smolt run through. I guess they go out to the ocean. And then in August, they slow the water down. So the current slows down a little bit, and the wind seems to slow down a little bit. But even if the wind blows, it's not nearly as bad as it is in June and July when the water's running hard. Because the wind is always blowing against. It's like the Delta. You know, the wind is always blowing from the west. So, and then it always on outgoing tide. Right. It's the worst time. So here, it's always an outgoing tide, and the wind blows from, I guess, from the west and blows to the east, and it always blows against the current most of the time.
Now, let's switch up a little bit to what we're going to see. We go day 1, they get their weight. We go to day 2. They get their weight, they get their keepers. They get their keepers on day 1, keepers on day 2. They make it to Championship Sunday. And then the game changes completely, and everything goes to 0. We saw some 20-pound bags. We saw a lot of 15, 16, 17-pound bags.
They had to get
Today,
to like 17 pounds to get in on weight.
Today, everything's 0. Nobody's technically leading. What do you think, Mark? What do you think it's going to take to win this event today? How much is Ty going to have? No, I'm just – his whole family's sitting right over here. How much are they going to have to win this thing?
19.25.
I like he's starting to get really specific, you know. He started off with 17, 16, 18, 19.25. If anybody is within –
if anybody's within 10 pounds.
Yeah,
no.
We'll give you a free BAM shirt. But, you know, it's just one of those things. I think that we're going to need some big weight. I know there's some guys out there. Ron Mace has been catching fish all day. He told us on the stage yesterday, I think I have what it takes. I saved my fish. And I think saying that right there were some anglers out there that, you know, didn't make it because of the numbers. There were some big numbers brought in yesterday. There was 53, 59. So there were a lot of fish caught. But they had to save some of their better fish. They had to save those good fish. Do you think anybody out there? Ron is one of those guys he told me flat, he goes, I have been waiting for this event to be on this body of water.
You know, Ron's the guy that said, watch, we'll go catch a big one.
Right.
And we went around the corner. He goes, oh, come on, we'll just go right over here. I'm going to throw right here and catch one. Watch. Nothing. Oh, wait. They're going to be right here. He throws over here. There's going to be one right there. Nothing. And then he lost 2. So he said they were big, but you know how it is when you lose a fish. They're always
Every fish you lose is well over 8 pounds, and there's nobody that can prove it wasn't. You know, you don't catch it, it doesn't, it's just what it is, right? But, you know, there are some great anglers out here. We're down to the top 10. It is one of those days that I think as they start to come in here, they should be coming in, what do we got here, 244. They should be coming in any second now. That tank's going to start lining up over there.
For sure.
But, you know, when we look at this and you talk about that 19.25 pounds, I still think that somebody can drop something over in that 20-pound range. There are guys that were sandbagging out there a little bit, holding back on fish, and that's a tough thing to do with this kind of format. You can't just give up on numbers and go after weight. You can't just go after weight on day 2 especially, because you got to keep that weight for day 3. This is what makes this BAM trail format one of the hardest to fish mentally, physically, everything. You have to go out there and make all kinds of decisions and decide when's the right time to give up. When, you know, I talked to one of the guys up here said, oh, I stopped fishing at 9 o'clock. I don't think he made the cut. It's like maybe you should have gone through.
Maybe,
it's one of those things, but it's just you can't just give up. But at the same time, like you talked about, you got to keep something for today. Today is the day that $50,000 check goes home with somebody and that big old trophy right there.
You know, since we've been doing this,
yeah,
and I hate to even say it, but the leader going into this event has never won.
Today, you know, and Polfer has done something. He's leading on what? Both sides. Yeah, Josh Polfer led
I don't remember
both
anybody
sides.
Ever doing that.
For 2 days, I don't think I've ever seen anybody do that yet. But he has a chance. Now the numbers side is gone. That don't matter anymore. It's just weight. Can there be a wire-to-wire victory on the Super 60 by Josh Polfer?
Wow.
That would be something to see, right?
I was on Josh, and he caught him every cast. He had a couple 3-pounders when I left him.
Yeah. You think anybody out there has him on their fantasy league?
We don't have I wish we had a fantasy league. One day we'll work on that.
One of these days we'll get a fantasy league going. But I'll tell you what, I think there's some really good anglers right there. I think he's got a lot of people coming. What do we got? People coming in?
We got nobody.
We got nobody? They were supposed to be in already. Everybody is disqualified. We got to go.
You get to
They're
talk,
coming.
You get to talk more.
I get to talk more. I don't know if I got it in me or not, you know, but we'll see what we got. You know, but I think that, you know, I think that the strategy is one of the largest things we can actually deal with on this body of water is what these guys have to do. You know, and you talk about that 1925 is not an easy bag to catch on any body of water anywhere, right? I mean, you're talking almost a 4 pound, a little over a 4 pound.
Unless you're going to Clear Lake, it's not so hard, or it's very hard.
I have fished Clear Lake enough, and I've fished on Clear Lake with you enough to know that that's not a true statement. It is not always easy to catch 19 pounds of fish on Clear Lake. Come on. And now we're on.
Right now it is.
Okay.
So,
and now we're on the Columbia River.
Yeah.
Now we're on the Columbia River. We got boats right there. We're on the Columbia River. These guys going out there. It's not going to be easy. They had to hold up. They had to keep their fish. But, when we were here last time, there are tons of fish out there. There's a lot of smallmouth. If you want to fish smallmouth, this is one of the best places you can do to catch smallmouth.
Almost just get out in 5 to 50 foot of water.
Yeah.
Which is everywhere. And throw a tube or a drop shot or,
right.
A little jig. I think you can catch all you want. I mean, there may be 10 inchers, but you can catch all you want.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, last time we were here last month, when we were here, we went down a couple pools, went down there and did some fishing. A lot of guys caught some really nice fish. Just nothing huge, but a lot of fish. I mean, I think we even caught,
like
15 or 20 in a matter of a couple hours. It was great.
And it was blowing so hard we could hardly run.
But you couldn't go anywhere, just skirt around the edges. But, when you're tuning in right now, this is one of those things that it's watch what these fish can do. 1925, I think it's a little low. I think it's going to take a little over 22.
Okay, we'll see. Let's. You know what? I want to take a minute to thank our sponsors. I mean,
let's do that, especially
because the deal is that when we come out here, this is a big production.
Yes.
So, and we can 100% not do it without our sponsors. If we don't have help, we cannot do it. So, I want to thank Boardman Parks. George has been amazing. Kelly, they helped out. They helped out with the park and everything there. They're bringing us ice every day.
They had an entire festival out here where the town came out and enjoyed the ending of summer. They had fireworks. They had the fire department, the police department, free food out here. They had Tillamook cheese out here. They had
Tillamook ice cream.
Tillamook ice cream. They had, just all kinds of stuff going on. Great events. Put it right behind our event. Everybody else out here could come out and see what was going on. That's a great event to come out here.
That was nice. And also with the Boardman Community Development Center.
Absolutely.
I mean, those guys, they help out a lot. So it's really a great place, great community. I mean, look at the setup we have here. They brought bleachers out. I mean, amazing.
We have one of our great sponsors that comes out. Corey from Bridgeford Foods, she comes out every time, sets up, gives away so much different meat out here, so much different jerky and sticks and pepperoni and cheese, and we got bags of stuff to going home with the anglers. We got stuff out here for all of you that showed up. Do not leave without making sure you have samples of Bridgeford meats out there. Guys, it's finally coming out.
I don't know if Al knows she's giving all this away. She might be supposed to be selling it. So, shh. Al, I hope you're not watching.
If she's supposed to be selling it, she's really bad at it. Her POS system is not working, and she's just out there giving it away so you can come and try it. But we have some of our mainstays, too. We have some of our new ones. Black Bear Diner, who came on, and they have really stepped up, and they've been helping us out quite a bit. But we have great sponsors that have been with us from the very beginning. StoreQuest. Chicken Ranch came on last year. We've got Tackle Warehouse, who's been there from the beginning. Bass Boat Technology, who's been there from the beginning. There are a lot of great sponsors. I mean, you can look behind me. Basscat, Mercury, Ford Fairfield. All of our trucks are from Ford Fairfield. Everything's wrapped by Sticky Graphics. We can't do what we do up here. We can't talk to you. We can't be out here with the crowds, with the people, supporting these anglers without these great sponsors. So please, please, please support our sponsors because they are supporting this industry, the industry that you love so much.
Correct.
Correct. And there's no little things out there. But, we got Fisherman's Warehouse who've always come on. They've supported our live release boats. Live release boats that 100%. And let me tell you something. Mark takes live release so serious. We have one of the most ingenious and innovative systems on the market out there today. It's not on the market. He made it. It came out of his brain. That right there should tell you it's got a few issues. But it's got a cooling system in it. It's got an aeration system. We've got, 4 tanks all hooked together, circulating so much water every time. We've got ice going in those things every time, keeping that thing cool, aerated. And these fish come out of here. They go back down to those tanks, and we lose so few fish. We come out here, we enjoy the waterways we come to, then we go back out there, and the fish that we take out of your water, we put them back in your water. You will be back out there catching those fish, the same ones that we bring out. We do not kill them. They do not do anything. We have a it's like 99% live release rate on these fish.
It's good. You know what? These fish are healthier in our water than they are in the live well out there.
Oh, yeah. Most of the
the boat live wells. Yeah, I think when they come from the live well, we put them in here. I mean, those fish are really, really well.
And you think about, we talk about the fish that came out of here. When we have Tourney X going, we have to judge all those fish. We have to look them over. We started a new system where almost every one of our guys is going through it because we had so many at this event. Over 1,200 fish caught at this event?
I think it was like 1,400 fish during this event.
1,400
Before
fish.
Before today.
Caught. You're right. They were caught. Now, they're not bringing that many in. They're just catching them, putting them on their boards, putting their markers on them, and they send them back out on the water, and they put them back in the water when they catch them.
Yeah, hold on just a second. There was 1,400 14-inch keeper fish.
Right.
These guys are telling me they're catching like 5 to 1. So so that's like 8,000 fish.
That's a fishery that's in good shape right there. Boardman, Columbia River, Oregon. Great job on keeping this thing going the way it's going. It is a great fishery. Glad we're here. We've got anglers coming in right now, which is great because they're supposed to be coming in right now. But Mark, we can keep going with our sponsors. We can keep going with everything that it takes, all the great fans that come out, all the families that show up, everybody that comes out here to support these anglers. I hope it keeps growing. I hope you guys see what we're doing out there and you want to come be a part of the show out here. We're here on Championship Sunday. We're getting ready to give away $50,000 and a giant trophy, man. Mark, this is your baby.
We're making some TV.
And we're making some TV.
You know what? We did a TV show for Boardman last year.
Yep.
So you can go on YouTube and watch it or Outdoor Action TV. And then we're gonna have another one for this show. So that's what we've been doing. We had 3 or 4 boats out there every day out there filming, getting these guys fish catches and advice and tips and a lot of things, how they're fishing. I mean, watch the show. If you like this area, watch the show. You're gonna see some cool stuff.
Yeah, there's some great things out here. We just had Mojave's getting ready to drop. That's our last one that we were at. We've had Boardman from last year if you want to see what they did last year. And then watch this one. It'll be out in probably a month or 2, I'm guessing, somewhere in that way, however long it takes Thomas to put it all.
Takes a while to edit.
All the info. These guys are out of these boats for 8 hours also, right? Well, about 6 hours. They're out there for about 6 hours filming. Then they walk in here with all these little chips, and they go, "Here you go, Thomas. Good luck." And Thomas has to sit here and go through every single piece of that and put together a television show for 1 hour. So you've got 3 days worth of 6-hour days from 3 different boats, from 5 different cameras. And what are we doing? We're giving it all to Thomas and saying, make us a 1-hour TV show. That's not bad.
And he has to put together the live and do the leaderboard. We're and then he has to do the interviews afterwards, send them out so we can do our press releases. So Thomas works pretty hard when he comes here. So we appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. He does a great job for us. He runs our sound system, runs our microphones, not our microphones, all the TV works we have, everything you're watching out here, all our leaderboards, everything going on. But I've just been told that it's time. We've got everybody standing over there at the tanks right now. Thomas said we are ready to go. So what we're going to do, I think it's 2:55. I think it's time to pay some bills.
Let's do it.
I think we go ahead and go to a commercial break. When we come back from this commercial break, we're going to find out who really wants to be holding that check and that trophy. Come on back and find out.
I bet there's 10 guys that want to be doing that.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat Boats. Feel the rush.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now, check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear, have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Bass Boat Technology BAM Trail, brought to you by Tackle Warehouse. It is the Super 60 from beautiful Boardman, Oregon, and we are getting ready to find out which one of these 10 anglers wants to walk out of here with $50,000, a big old trophy, and the title of champion. But we're going to start right now with your day one leader. On both sides, keeper count and weight. Let's bring him up, Mr. Josh Polfer. Come on up here, Josh. Give it up, everybody. Get loud. I want that camera to be shaking out here. All right, Josh, man, you've been leading this thing the whole time, man. Good weight, good numbers. You've been rocking it, man. Leader, leader, leader. But today, there's only 10. You ain't got nothing for weight. Keepers don't count. It's going to be a heck of a day. How'd you do out there? Don't tell us what you got yet. Well, let's talk a little bit about it. Thank the people to get you up here and talk about your whole thing out here.
Yeah, the last 3 days have been awesome, and obviously to make the Sunday, the top 10 cut, you know, means a lot. Got to thank my family and my sponsors for everything they do. Fishing down here is incredible. I mean, you couldn't ask to come to a better fishery. Lots and lots of fish, lots of big fish. But you got to catch them here every day, no matter how tough it is. And so who knows what it's going to take, but I would think it's going to take 19 or 20 pounds to win.
Mark says 1925. I say 22. But the thing is, everybody wants to know out there, and everybody that's sitting right here wants to know, what were you catching on?
Most of my fish come on a Carolina rig and a drop shot. And as the week progressed, I had to get more finessey, so more of them come on a drop shot. I struggled with a reaction bite. The fish I was after just weren't doing what they were doing a month ago, and I had to adjust. So I wish I could have caught them on reaction, but it just didn't happen.
All right, Josh. You've talked a little bit about it. You've told us how you did it. Everybody out there, I brought him something very special, and it's called a hot seat. And he's going to sit right there for right now. We're going to bring the next angler up. He's going to try to knock him off of that seat, which he should be able to do, but we'll see. He's going to sit right there, and as he sits right there, he's going to be waiting to see when he's going to end up back over there. He will be our last angler to weigh in. But our next angler that's going to weigh in is going to be out of Kalispell, Montana, and he's got no weight right now, but he's going to have a bunch in a minute. Mr. Jason Crone. All you need is nothing to take that seat right now. Shouldn't be hard, my friend. Everybody's got to be a comedian. All right, 5 fish is what we're looking for. Those 5 fish are going to go good weight, everybody. 1486. Great weight. Put those down there. Hold a couple of those up. Show them off to everybody. You lost your seat already, Josh. What does that feel like to lose? You have been leading this entire thing, and this day you come up here and you don't have it. You're going to have to prove yourself in just a little bit. All right, Jason. Shake that man's hand and send him on his way. We'll see you at the end of this whole thing. Let's talk a little bit about how you did it out there, man. It is Championship Sunday. You're standing on the big stage. There's a chance that that could hold up. There's a chance you could walk out with all that. I see it in your eyes, and you got glasses on that you don't think maybe that's going to hold up all the way.
No, that's not going to hold up. You know, it's going to average on my consistency. You know, but I'm here on the final day, which real happy about. You know, my second top 10. After day one, I was just sitting 32nd. You know, and I knew I had to switch it up, and I went through the morning on day 2, and then I finally did, and I found them and figured it out, and today went back up there, and again, I mean, even my observer, he knows I had well over 60 keepers today, so my hands are wrecked, and I had a pretty dialed, just not on the big ones, but you know, there's 2 ways to get here, which is what's really neat about the BAM format. You know, I'm here through numbers, and I kind of stayed with there, and that's just how it goes. I mean, I'm happy with the results.
All right, Jason, here's the thing. All these people on your shirt, give them a little love.
Oh, for sure. You know, I mean, number one I always forget is my man Jake Boomer, owner, the president of Alpha Angler. You know, I mean, his rods are awesome. He's a good friend, travel partner. His family's here. His daughter was out photographing us today and stuff, so he's the number one, you know, guy that I really appreciate helping me out for this with his rods, and they're awesome rods, and everything else. I'm already too hot. I can't even really remember anyone else that's on my jersey right now. The wife and daughter and Wu Tungsten, and you know, honestly, can't think of what's on my jersey right now.
That's all right. That's why we wear them, so you can look down. But here's the thing. Right now, you are the newest leader of this event. And I got a seat right there, and we're going to see how long it takes for you to see what Josh can bring up. But right now, we're going to see what the next gentleman can bring up. Everybody, he's out of Montague, California. He's going to need 1486 in that bag that he's holding. Mr. Nick Wood, everybody. Come on, get loud. Come on, this is Championship Sunday. I want noise out here. Nick, stand on the Marty Lawrence cone, man. That's the whole deal right now. We're going to need 1487 to take Jason's seat, or 1486 to take Jason's seat. He releases that bag. Jason's taking a height. 1565. That means you are the current leader. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, and let's get some pictures real quick. Great job, Nick. Championship Sunday. You're looking for good bass. You drop 1565 on the scale. Now, Nick, Mark said 1925. I'm still saying 22. You've got a chance right now at all of the goodies. Taking home the money. Now, last time you were up here, you said, I don't need the money. I don't care. 50 grand, I would probably just give it to charity. Yeah. So, your favorite charity. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Your wife. Let's talk a little bit about, how you did it out there. What'd you catch all your fish on? And thank the sponsors, man.
First of all, I would like to thank my sponsors, Ranger Boats, Black Bear Diner, Ducket Rods, Frenzy Baits. Who else am I forgetting? I'm sorry if I forgot you. I'm overheating here. And As far as the through the event, the first, like I said yesterday, I was going after numbers. That was kind of my strategy. I just wanted to catch as many fish as I could, and I was staying shallow with a little crankbait and scoping fish up shallow. As the first day materialized, I went further out, deeper, scoping with I was shaking minnows and drop shotting, and that's when I kind of got my better weight, was out deeper. So yesterday, I stayed deep the whole time, one area, and drop shotting and shaking a minnow. And today I went back there, and I don't know this place very well. I don't understand how the current and all that affects the fish. If there was definitely more current today, now I could have burned my fish out. I don't know. That's very possible, but it was tougher for me today. I had a harder time catching fish, and I didn't go through the numbers. So, but I'm happy with making the top 10. I don't think it's going to hold up very much longer, but it's always, this is where you need to be. It gives you, at least you have a shot at winning. So I can't complain. I had a good event. 3 out of the 4 guys that that I stay with, Colby, Bill got a check. Colby's in the top 10, and Tom, he had a good comeback on the second day. So we had a good, our house did good. So we'll go to the next one, get ready for the Delta.
Yeah, the only thing you didn't have to deal with today was the tide. You will next one. Yeah. But right now, Nick, that's your chair for as long as you can hold on to it, man. We'll see what this next gentleman can do. He's going to need 1566 to take that seat. He's one of your own out of Oregon. He's out of boring Oregon, but you know what? Let's bring him up, Mr. Daryl Burkhart. Come on up here, Daryl. They will get loud for the Oregon natives, right? All right, everybody. All he needs is a mere 1566. Daryl, you have not quite done that. 1449, everybody. Gonna fall just a little shy. That means that Nick has gone ahead and dodged one bullet today. Great job out there, Daryl. All right, come over here and let's talk about it a little bit. What went right, what went wrong, and thank those sponsors, man, that even got you up here on Championship Sunday, standing up there. Now, here's the nice part. He's here on Championship Sunday. We pay down to the top 20. There's only 10. That means no matter what, you're walking out of here with a check. It's not going to be the $50,000 check, unless you steal it, but it's going to be something different, and it's going to be still very much worthwhile fishing for. Talk a little bit about how it went out there for you this weekend.
Yeah, well, I always like to say, good or bad, I give all glory to God. Yesterday was amazing. I had a 21-pound bag. I didn't do so well the first day, and to come back and make the top 10 was a real blessing. My beautiful wife's here, my in-laws. I got my support from Nixon's Marine. Yesterday was a good catching day, but it wasn't a great day for running the boat. I actually hit a rock pile and took out the lower unit, and the owner of Nixon's Marine, Willie Nelson, took my boat and put a brand new lower unit on it last night and still gave me time to rig my rods and get back and get in bed at a decent time. I mean, you just can't ask for service like that. Nixon's is only about an hour from here, so if any of you guys ever need any service, I ask you to use Nixon's Marine. They did a fabulous job. I'd like to thank Skeeter Boats, Yamaha Motors, Lew's Rods, and of course BAM for giving us this opportunity to get up here and fish.
All right, man. You know, we love that you came out here and fished with us, but all these people, they're clapped, they got happy. They still want to know, what'd you catch them all on?
I actually caught all my fish on a swim jig in less than a foot of water. It's hard to manage fish when they're real shallow like that, and I was a little worried after yesterday's day that I might have picked off all the big ones, and I think that's exactly what I did, because after having a 21-pound day, you have to go back and try the area again. And I caught some fish right away, and I ended up catching most of my fish on that same pattern, but it's very difficult to change when you've had such a good day. I just kept moving areas, hoping that I'd find another gravel bar that was loaded, but that's how I caught them all on a swim jig, 3/8-ounce swim jig.
All right, man. Unfortunately, you're not going to take that hot seat. I do have a set of stairs to the left right there that you can take, though. Daryl, great job out there, man. Great being up here on Championship Sunday. That's one, Nick. That's one. I think everybody else over there is fine with that, right? You want? Yeah, absolutely. He's ready to stop. We've got another Oregon angler. This one comes a little further away. He's out of Rogue River, Oregon. Let's bring him up, Mr. Colby Pearson. Come on up, Colby. Now, this man has taken 2 of our events. He has taken back-to-back. He's on his body of water. He loves coming up here and fishing this body of water. Colby, you got to take that seat from him, man, but you're going to need 1566 to do it. Let's look at that bag. He used 2 hands to hold it up. We're looking for 1566. Nick couldn't dodge enough. 1571, everybody. Shake that man. They're in the same house, right? Hold up a couple of those fish. Show them off to the crowd. Show them off to everybody out there watching in YouTube world. There are some beautiful Columbia River bass. All right, Colby. You know what that hot seat is. You know what it means. You know what it means on Championship Sunday. You've sat there and been the last man standing. Twice. Back to back. That means you got to go, if you win this one, that means you got to go down to the Delta and win one just to make up for it all. Just to say, you know what, I can do it twice. You've given it all up. Give up how you caught those fish, how you had a great weekend out there, and give some love to the sponsors, man.
Yeah, super great week up on the river. It fished significantly different than I'm used to it fishing. It was a lot tougher, but first day, ran around, tried to catch some fish deep. A few guys did. It didn't work for me, so I caught all my fish super shallow. I was on 15.5 to 17 pounds, best case scenario every day, and it just showed. I'm pretty consistent throughout the event. First 2 days, scored 53 keepers and made it in by the skin of my teeth in 8th. And yeah, this fishery is amazing. You guys got to come up here, support Boardman, get on the Columbia River. We had spectators today, which is awesome, to introduce some people who maybe aren't, anglers themselves back to the sport. And I was able to take out the park manager for here, Boardman Marina Park, and that was a phenomenal time. Saw me catch a lot of fish, and we just had a really good time out there on the water. Huge thanks to Michael Bray and Mark Lassane. I mean, they do a thankless job, and it's a ton of work, so wouldn't be here without them. And I want to give a shout out to Discount Tackle and Wood Brothers Carpet and Flooring, Hinson Electric. All 3 of those people are pretty much what put the rubber to the road getting me to these events, and happy to be here. Can't wait to come back in the future.
Well, right now you get to have a seat over there and wait to see if you can hold this thing out, man. Colby, there's your hot seat. I do want to thank you for one thing, letting Mark know that no one's ever going to tell him thanks. All right. All right, our next angler coming all the way from Washington, all the way from Spokane Valley, Washington. Let's give it up for Mr. Jake Boomer, everybody. Jake, you need 1572. It was just 1566. This guy comes in here, raises the bar on everybody. We're going to need 1572. We're looking at that scale. Jake, that scale went big for a second. And then it went down to where you're not going to take that hot seat. It went to 1414, everybody. He's got some good fish in there. They go out, they fish hard. He's going to hold these up. Make sure you give him a big round of applause. All right, Jake. Didn't quite make it, man. It wasn't there. You love fishing this body of water. You made special rods just for this place, right? You're the owner of Alpha Angler Rods. You come up here. Let's give some love to everybody at home and tell us a little bit about how you caught those fish while you were out there this weekend.
I don't have to thank anybody at home because they're all here, including my mom and dad, which is awesome. Thank you guys for coming. I caught everything on a drop shot. And everything that I had that I thought I could do the whole weekend kind of went away, so I went after keepers, which was great, except for yesterday, the guys were catching them so fast, I didn't get to go looking. So I spent most of the day looking for largemouth, and it didn't go. I mean, if you're in the top 10, it's hard to be disappointed. I've got an awesome family. I want to say thanks to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. It's hard I get so fired up I want to win one of these tournaments so bad, but I have the best life in the world, and I'm so grateful. So I'm grateful for BAM for putting on a pro tour, that we can do this, that you can see the Northwest and all. I mean, this place is amazing. And you watch Boardman, Parks and Rec, they roll out the red carpet for us, so thank you to them.
all my sponsors. Limit Out Marine, I just got a new 721 ZXL, and my rider, my observer today, I tried to pin his hair back and see if I could catch it on fire, and it was pretty close. But that was an awesome deal today to have him with me. Super polite, asked a lot of questions. He will be probably a problem in about 4 or 5 years for the rest of us. So it was cool to have him in the boat to see what we do and see how we do it. But I think I've talked too much now, and I'm ready to be done and ready to go sit down.
All right, Jake. Head off to the left right there. Colby, you're still there for now. We do have a nice angler right here that would like to bring up 1573. Nope, 1572 is all I need. You have 1571. I'm going to look down there. He's from California, but could you guys just at least give him a couple claps? He's out of Valley Springs, California, Mr. Jake Arbuckle. Come on up here, Jake. There we go. We'll get him going. They clap for a Californian. Good job. All right, man. 1572 is what needs to be in that bag, everybody. 1572. He's going to hold it down a little bit. That's his favorite thing to do. He didn't hold it down quite enough, though. 1530, everybody. Just a little shy. Reach in that bag, hold up a couple fish, and we will talk this one over. That's 2 for you, Colby. You've dodged a bunch of them before. Now, there was a double qualifier that got you into this thing, man, and you made the most of it. Right there, you just dropped some good weight on that scale. You're going home with a bigger check than you would have gone home with no matter what. You were in 10 here. Let's talk a little bit about what you did out there, how you caught those fish, and thank everybody that gets you up here.
No, absolutely. Thank you, Ed. I got in on keeper count, had 24 the first day, 29 yesterday. I figured 25 I would have been good, and I could have gone looking. I just knew I had to jack them. These guys, they're good. Day one's practice. Day two, these guys really figure them out. And so I knew I had to jack them yesterday. Today I went swinging. I went and caught a limit early where I've been catching them, and they were small. I had about 12, 13 pounds. I went out a little deeper, throwing a big glide, trying to get them to react to it. They'd come up and kiss it. They wouldn't eat it. So I turned around and went back shallow. Every fish I caught all weekend long was in 3 foot or less, throwing a jig or a Cinco. Primarily was the jig, and they smoked it. You could damn near sight fish every one of them. And I appreciate everybody that's come out. I've got my family, my parents, my grandparents, my wife's with me. This is my second top 10 this year, and I'll take it. There's no disappointment. One of these days I'm going to win one of these things, but we got to be here on the top 10 to do that. Colby, brother, great job, man. Thanks. I need to thank everybody at home, TNT Trucking, Cost Per Mile Tire, Eternal Lithium, P-Line First Gen, Spartan Defense, Greater Bay Protective Services, Arch Oil. I just signed with them this a couple weeks ago. Great fuel additive company. If you run a diesel truck, you really need to look at them. There's KMG products. All these guys are the ones that support me, help me be here. Without them, I couldn't do any of this, so thank you all, and we'll see you at the Delta.
Jake, great job being up here on Championship Sunday. You deserve being up here. You did a great job. You just couldn't quite kick him out of that chair. He's pretty heavy.
He's pretty good.
That guy's a heck of a stick right there. He's done this before. He wants to hold on to that chair. But Jake, I got a set of stairs that way for you, man. See you at the next one. I told him that's 2 right there. This next one, though, I bet he gets a few claps. He's at a pass. Go Washington. Get loud, everybody, for Mr. Ty Manarola. Ty, you're going to need 1572, just like Jake did, to move that man out of that seat, send him packing. Ty, you've been second forever. Are we going to be first or third? Well, I'll tell you what, he just put a move on that says he's got a shot at being first, because he just dropped 1761 on the scales, everybody. Colby's got to head off to the left right there. That is what a bunch of fish right there out of this beautiful river system look like. Ty, you just took the first step. It ain't going to be the last one, and you're going to have to hold tight on that seat, man, to not make that true. Your family yesterday said they want you to wipe this off. They don't want it to say I'm second. They want it to say I'm first. Well, you just put a move on right there. 1761, gave yourself a 2-pound basically lead. Dude, how did it feel out there? How'd you catch those fish? And thank everybody at home. Well, not at home. They're all sitting right there.
Well, first and foremost, I don't care how many times I get second. I'm going to leave this on here. This means God's first and I'm second. So I'm going to leave that on there. I think I might get second again today. I don't think it's going to be quite enough. I took a huge gamble, spent about 3 hours of my day going for largemouth, and I found them. Just couldn't make them bite. Finally got back out to my smallmouth stuff and started culling up. I'm really going to regret it, I think. If I just stuck to my guns and did what I know how to do, I think I would have pulled out the win. I might have enough, but it's not looking great. Certain guys have good limits. So, yeah, but my whole family's here. My beautiful daughter's in the crowd. Love her so much. Love her mom so much. Thank you to my family. Couple new things. Thor Lithium, just jumped on with them. Most of my fish, caught a couple sight fishing with a Senko today that went in my bag, but besides that, most of my fish came using live scope, you know. And Thor Lithium running 2 live scope transducers all day over 13 volts. I mean, you just can't beat that. When I get off the water, it's at like 90%. I mean, that is a great battery. Use my last name as a discount code on the website. You can get it for a better price than any battery that competes. Yeah, Bass Boat Wired, my title sponsor, they do everything for me, man. They help me out a ton. They've got my boat rigged and ready all the time. And I have no mechanical issues. I have no wiring issues. All my graphs are sturdy, stout on their mounts. It's just once Aaron touches it, I never have to. And having that trust in your equipment really lets you just fish well. And yeah, Clear Lake Outdoors, U-Call International. Caught all my fish this week on a U-Call Midnight Series 711 spinning rod. That's the best minnow shaking rod out there. They're cheap, man. They're $150. You can get with the code Manrolla 2025. You can get them for less than $150 with a 10% discount. You're not gonna find a rod. It fishes like a $400 rod, and it's unbelievable, and it's made me a lot of money this year. And thank you to BAM. This opportunity to continue to chase my dream on the West Coast, you know, while still having a young family and everything has been amazing. So, thank you, Mark, especially because you said nobody to thank him. So.
That's all right, Ty. That's your seat for as long as you can hold it, man. You set the bar just a little bit higher. A second ago, he only needed 1572. Now he's going to need 1812. He's out of Brentwood, California. Give it up, everybody, for Tyler Madden. Come on up here, Tyler. 1812 needs to be in that bag to kick that man down the road. He's on his home water. He's got his family here. Let's see if you can disappoint all those people. 1812's what we're looking for. 1658, just a little shy, man. Reach in there. Hold up a couple of those fish. And 1. I've got to say that to you a bunch this year, and I kind of like it. It's getting to be a great thing to do. All right, Tyler, let's talk about how you caught him. Thank all the people at home, man. You came out here. You're on Championship Sunday once again, standing on the big stage, man. It's got to feel good to be doing that. You're going to get a check no matter what. Just won't be that big one.
Yeah, I had a great week. I decided first day to go fish shallow and throw some top water, and I ended up going from there. I caught the first day almost 19 right in the morning, and then just went from there. I caught every fish today in under 7 feet of water on a top water, on a popper, and then a spook. And yeah, I had an awesome week. My travel partner Ty, I hope he pulls through, but we'll see. Yeah, it's awesome. I want to thank everyone that supports me, my family, my friends, my girlfriend back home in Auburn, Boat Pros, Phoenix, Mercury, Tidal. Yeah, I'm just super blessed to be able to make it to another top 10 and catch a decent bag along the way.
All right, man. It was great out there. What'd you catch them all on?
I caught every fish today on a spook and a popper. I never made a cast with anything other than that.
All right. Everybody's out there looking for it. Top water was on. Great job. Glad you were up here. Shake that man's hand. Head off to the left set of stairs right there. 1762 is what this next gentleman's going to need. He's from around this area. Tyler? No. No. I said Tyler couldn't quite do it. Tyler couldn't quite do it, and he rides with you. This gentleman over here, he said, I saved some fish. I think I've got what it takes. Well, let's find out. He's out of Kennewick, Washington, everybody. Let's bring up Mr. Ronald Mace. Come on up here, Ron. Ron, that bag needs to be 1762 to take Ty's seat right there. 1762. You told me that you had all kinds of big fish held out there. Let's see what you could do. Everything turned off on me. I will come over here. Did it all go down? Yep. 37. No, I'm just kidding. Not quite. I don't want to make anybody cry yet. Did it hit water? Yeah, can you what? Redunk them. Yeah, go grab them if you would. Yeah, let's get them back off there real quick. Figure out what happened. Literally, we were standing here. Everything went down. I wonder if water got on this. Does that have power? That's not it. That has nothing to do with it, Mark. It really doesn't. Go to break.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
It's the moment when everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the BAM Trail right here, Super 60 at the Great Columbia River in Boardman, Oregon. That's right, we're back. Technical glitch is over. Found out just one little wire fell off. No big deal. Ty's been up here. He's fine. He said everything's good. He's ready to take home this championship. That's not actually what he said to me. I won't tell you till afterwards what he did tell me. All right, Ron, out of Kennewick, Washington, let's bring it back up here. Let's try this all over again. You broke the scale on us last time. Let's see what he can do this time. He needs 1762. 1762 is what we're looking at. He's already standing up. He knows that that's a big bag, and it is a big bag. 1820 run means that Ronald Mace takes that hot seat away from Ty Manarola. Hold up a couple of those big, beautiful bass. It's a big bag right there. All right, Ron, you've been out there for 3 days catching bass. You said, I love this body of water. I want to come out here. I want to fish it. I want to do well. Well, you did just that. You just took over the lead on Championship Sunday on the big stage, man. How you feeling right now? How'd you do it? What'd you catch them on? And give everybody some thanks at home, man.
All right. First, I got to thank my family for being here. It hasn't sunk in yet. I'm a little nervous. Thanks for everybody coming out. I caught them today. I've caught them all week, basically, on a 4-inch Cinco, and I'm fishing 6 inches, 8 inches of water. Every cast, you make a long cast, you see the fish swim over, eat it, and there's nowhere for them to go. So it's tons of weeds and what have you. The fish have to get to the top because they can't go down. There's no water. So you could fight them over the top. I'm using an 8-pound test with a just a medium heavy rod, and yeah, we got it done. I can't believe it held up. Every fish I caught was the same size. They were all 3. I don't think I caught 4 fish that were under 3 pounds this week. It's phenomenal. It hasn't sunk in yet. Usually those days, I didn't lose any, so by the end of the day, I'm thinking, it might be my time. When it's your day, it's your day. You don't do anything wrong. You make the good decisions, and the fish stay buttoned up. So thank you, Bam, for coming out here, and I'm excited.
Well, I'll tell you what, Ron, you did a great job out there, but there's still an angler. He's sitting over there. He's led from day 1. He's led from day 2. He still wants to take that seat from you. You get to sit down right now and wait for Josh Polfer. Josh, he was over there. He came in first, stood on this stage, did his talk. We're going to bring him up on this stage right after this commercial break and crown a champion.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass-produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Technology BAM Trail right here from Boardman, Oregon, and we are seconds away from crowning a champion for $50,000, a great big trophy, and there's one man left. He led this on day 1 on keeper count and on weight. On day 2, he repeated the process. Biggest weight, biggest keeper count. And all we got to do now is tell him to grab his fish and bring him on up here out of Melba, Idaho. Josh Polfer, come on up here, man. Put him down over there. Ron, step on up here in just a second. If that bag weighs 1822, Polfer wins. Anything less, and Ron Mace wins. We are looking at a weight. I've got the ticket. I know who's won. None of you out there know who's won. Only I know who's won. George, step on over here and hand that trophy to Ron Mace, because 12:59 just won't do it. There is your Boardman, Oregon Columbia River champion. Mr. Ronald Mace has done it. Ron, congratulations, man. Mark, step on over here and hand him what he came for. $50,000 right there. All right, Ron. You can set one of those down if you want, but I have a feeling that thing's going to bed with him tonight. Ron, how does it feel right now? You are the champion. Are you going to Disneyland?
No. But that part is my wife just drove to Boise, so I guess I'm going to go hang out with my dad and my brother.
You win $50,000, your wife packs and leaves. That's not a bad thing sometimes.
Right. I guess she can't come to any more of these tournaments if this is the outcome. No, it's been an amazing tournament. I mean, everything I did was right. Sometimes it never happens. You always lose a fish or you make a bad decision. I mean, when it's meant to be, it's meant to be. You just have a great day. I didn't lose anything. I wasn't upset about any fish that I had on that I didn't get. And I really never thought I had a chance to even do this. So thank you, Bam, for coming to this river. And I don't even fish this pool very often. I have for last year, I guess, doing it for you guys. But yeah, I can't. I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. It hasn't hit yet. I really haven't.
Well, let me say something to you. Congratulations, champ. You are the man today. Everybody give it up one more time for your Columbia River champion, Mr. Ronald Mace, right there. Ron, great job. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming out. Bridgeford? Oh, wait, yeah, I told her that. Bridgeford said one more thing for you. This is your snacks tonight with your family, man. All right, Bridgeford, thank you very much. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming out. Boardman, Oregon, we really do appreciate you coming all the way out here and supporting this great trail. We will be back up in the Pacific Northwest for sure next year. I hope everybody shows up, and if you're out there watching right now, please come on down and enjoy it all with us. See you at the next one.
Randall and I want to talk to you real quick about choosing the right electronics mount for your bass boat.
And we know the quality and effort that Van Foster has put into this company.
So what you get is a custom fitted mount, not some mass produced universal mount for every bass boat out there.
Seat pedestal plugs, tool holders, steering wheel spacers, and battery trays are all made with the same attention to detail that Bass Boat Technologies is known for. Check them out at bassboattech.com. You'll be glad you did.
Take the plunge and jump into new favorites at Black Bear Diner. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we've got you covered.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner.
What the flock are you waiting for? California's newest luxury entertainment destination, Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, is ready to play. Experience laid-back luxury in our modern hotel, a casino floor with views of the Sierra, and diverse restaurants and bars that'll keep you squawking for more. Experience the all-new Chicken Ranch Casino Resort, located just 60 minutes from Yosemite National Park. Visit playchickenranch.com to book your trip today.
Competitive anglers powered by Mercury Pro XS outboards have won more bass fishing tournaments than all other brands combined. With lightning-quick acceleration, legendary reliability, and lightweight design, Pro XS has everything you need to travel farther, faster, and harder.
It's the moment. When everything is on the line and precision, power, and control make all the difference. A moment over 20 years in the making, anchored on loyalty, trust, and support that goes beyond all expectations. A relentless pursuit of perfection. All born from a revolutionary idea to help you rule the water. Power Pole.
The newest addition to the Basscat STS family is here. Introducing the Caracal STS, showcasing aggressive styling, paired with enhanced performance and a continued dedication to raising the bar. Measuring in at 20 feet 2 inches with an ultra-wide 96-inch beam and rated for a 250 to 300 horsepower engine, the Caracal STS boasts agility and speed and is finished with premium features to satisfy any angler. Basscat boats. Feel the rush.
Hey folks, pro bass fisherman Mark Lassane here. My garage was completely cluttered with outdoor gear, but then I discovered StoreQuest self-storage. Now check out my space. It's like my own personal oasis. All my fishing rods, my gear have a home away from home. With everything neatly organized, I can spend more time doing what I love. Thanks to my StoreQuest unit, I've decluttered my life and made room for adventure.
Tackle Warehouse has been the premier online tackle shop since 2003, with a huge selection of not only the latest and greatest from the biggest brands, but the hard-to-find regional specialties as well. Tackle Warehouse. Click, save, fish.
Here at Bridgeford, we make all of our products with 100% American beef and pork. We source everything exclusively from the United States for our beef jerky, pepperoni, summer sausage, and salami.
We've always focused on having the highest quality products. We do that by investing in new cutting-edge technology while still trying to maintain the old world values that our great-grandfather instilled in us.
Being a family company, we like to think of a lot of our products as being for family occasions and get-togethers. We like to think of our products being made by our family for your family.